Are you going to be a stronger fighter since you don't have to spend the last few weeks sucking down to a lower weight class? You're at a higher weight class. Are you maybe a little stronger? Does it give you a little more power?
I mean, I feel so much stronger, honestly. We worked on strength conditioning and everything, whereas normally we can't work on that as much because I'm killing myself making weight. I mean, like the last fight, is at 143, and I trained 3 times, just to get to the weight. And no one knows that. I mean, I trained 3 times to get to the weight, and I was killing myself. And I never make it sound or make it look like I'm having trouble making weight, because I'd never want my opponent to have that advantage over me. So, I used to tell people I make it easy, but I used to kill myself making weight, man. I used to die, man. Honestly, the last 7-8 pounds, man, I used to just stay there. I mean, I was, losing water weight, stopped drinking, stopped eating. I was having a sweatsuit on, running, even training the night before the weigh-in, the night, and then at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then again 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I hit weight.
I remember right before the Peterson fight, Louisa at the time was telling me you were training as high as 150, anticipating going up to 147 after you beat him.
And that was Peterson, yeah, exactly. That was for Peterson fight. So look how long it's been. I know it's a long time ago, exactly. So
your Judah fight, weren't you talking about the next fight? I mean, you were talking a long time ago about going up. So why did it take so long to actually get up there? Why did you keep fighting at 140?
It's Golden Boy offered me the fight against Peterson, which was the title fight.
December 12th,
yeah, and that was a unified title fight against Peterson. So then I took that fight I got 2 titles, and so I had to fight my mandatory, and I thought, it's going to be at DC. It'll help me to put a fight on there. It'll help my, people get to know me. My fan base will grow. And then we took that fight. Colby got beat in that fight. We got the rematch. The rematch fell through because of the testing. He failed, and then we just straight away, because I already trained and I was ready, I went to go into a fight straight away, and then that's when Garcia fight was given to me, and I said, look, I'll take that fight. And the mistake I made, I had like a 12-week training camp for the Peterson fight. I went home for a week. I came back into training camp, did another 7 weeks, and I didn't watch one video of Garcia. I thought, I watched a few rounds, but I was like, I know what to do. But I blame myself in that fight.
Even though he was undefeated.
Even though he was, I mean, I was silly. I was just silly. I was
top amateur.
Yeah, it was top amateur. I was just not really as focused. Maybe I think I was more just wanted to get the fight over with, to be honest with you, because when you've been in camp for I think the camp totaled up at 18 weeks, 19 weeks. It's a long camp. It's a long time to be in a camp away from home, because I don't train in England. I train in America, so to be away from home, your family, your friends, it's a long time. And no one likes training camp. It's so boring. You have to eat clean and.
So you're playing devil's advocate. You talked about these fights, and you said the Peterson fight was for the title. But you don't give yourself the best chance to win then if you have to struggle so much to make it.
No, I don't, man.
And when you look back on it in retrospect, do you think it was a mistake, even though it was a title fight, to take it as opposed to going up at that point?
Yeah, I mean, with that fight, I said I know I can win it, and I know there's another title on the line. Let's just fight for it. I really, to be honest, I should have moved up. But look, that's just I just didn't think right. I just made these are mistakes, and it's a learning curve, and I've learned from it. So.
And then sometimes you've got a long, lean frame. Yeah. I mean, you probably could pack even more weight on if you wanted, right? Going up higher. I mean, is that thought, or is 147 the top?
147. Get my, have a few fights at this weight, and I might end up in the later of my career at 154. I've got the height, I've got the size. I mean, I've been sparring guys at 160. And he's big. I mean, 175 was the biggest guy I sparred with, and I was as big as him, in the gym, and I can hold his power, and I was hurting him as well, so I know the strength and power is there. And Tony Brady's been a great help, getting my strength up and getting me physically strong at this weight.
How much of Virgil Hunter has said that the questions about your chin have a lot to do with the position you're in when you've taken those shots.
Yeah.
And I've gone back and I've watched the Breeders' Prescott fight, and I've watched the Danny Garcia fight, and even the Julio Diaz fight. And you were kind of moving in
know,
and taking a shot moving in. Is that,
when
talk
you
about that?
stand there and you go into a shot, it's gonna be twice as hard. You can see every time I've been caught and put down, it's always been when I've been going for an attack, you know, and I've been caught at the same time with a shot. So you know, that's just boxing for you. These are little things that have changed. You're not lunging in, not jumping in, much in the air and stuff.
And he said you're working on the recognition of when to do versus not to do. How's that?
I mean, the main thing what we've been working on, I mean, what's going to be a big factor for 147 is the weight, really. Not killing myself making the weight. I mean, like now I'm only 5 pounds off the weight, 4 or 5 pounds off the weight. I'm still drinking loads of water. I'm still hydrated. And whereas when I used to make 140, I was like 15 pounds overweight, you know, and like a night or 2 nights before the weigh-in. It's too much weight you can, and I got a lean frame as well, you know, I'm always in shape. It's not like I have excess fat, I need to lose the weight, I have so much water in me, but it's just that I think I just got too big for the weight, and that weakens you. I mean, going to fights, I used to feel my legs really weak, you know, going into the ring and stepping, I still used to be feeling quite weak and not myself. I used to feel the best on the Sunday, you know, for some reason, even though I had fought on Saturday, but maybe that gives my body a chance to hydrate properly and get the right salts in and everything. But yeah, it was weight making that used to kill me big time, man. And when you're killing yourself making weight, you're gonna go into the ring weak, and when you get hit with a big shot, it's gonna affect you. It's gonna affect you a lot more than if you're making weight easier.